Hello. I assume I'm live. I don't know if you can hear me. Welcome to our late night Monday session. So we'll talk about a plan. Maybe we'll talk about some safety. That's a good idea. Let me look up something. Try to give you a safety topic. Whoops. Let's turn down that volume. Whoops. There we go. Find you a safety topic that's not directly related to something that I'm doing wrong at a given moment. Let's find something good. Preventing hearing loss. Let's talk about that because I've got some of that going on. Oops, and it's going to make me log in to be able to look at what I wanted to look at. Well, then I'll just go off the top of my head then for a safety point. It is hugely important. So, what kind of things can injure your hearing? It doesn't take a lot of decibels. Even things that you wouldn't think are very loud, lawnmower, air compressor, things like that. Those have enough decibels that really, it's doing damage even if you might not be realizing it. Hey there, Rex Robinson. Thanks for being here tonight. And so it's very important. I can speak from experience. I got the tinnitus. I got the ringing in my ears at night. What is it from? It's from loud rock music. It's from Power Tools. So you'll almost always see me. Of course, they're in the van right now. You'll almost always see me with the headset on, and I prefer the headset to like the squishy, foamy ones that you put in your ears. I just like them better. I like them better, and plus, since I'm sure I have some sort of ADD or ADHD or whatever initials you want, I need to be constantly entertained, constantly. So, I happen to get the Bluetooth headset, and so I can listen to stuff all day. Funny thing, I am slightly addicted to YouTube, so I guess it's appropriate that I end up streaming on YouTube eventually. Finally, we're on an unlimited family plan with Verizon, and I haven't checked lately, but because I'm basically streaming YouTube all day, podcasts and music. I think I use like 35 gigabytes a month from the unlimited. And I know it supposedly slows down at some point, but I feel like I've told this story before. I know it slows down at some point, but I've not really ever noticed any significant lag. It's been good. Yo, the ruin is in the house. Here to ruin things. So the plan. Let's talk about the plan. So I'm super late today. Just you know how the day goes. So the plan. So today I had to move a cabinet. I had to move it 1.5 inches forward. So what that entailed. Well, I'll tell you the reason why first, in case I didn't cover it earlier. So the granite people came to measure that cabinet last Wednesday, and I got a phone call while they were measuring it, and I didn't think to check this. And you know what? This is the granite people's. I mean, I could have checked it, I guess, but might not have known any better. I'm not a granite guy. But the sink was big enough that they wanted to bring the cabinet forward off the wall, so that way once they cut out the sink and installed the faucet, there would be room in the back for the backsplash. And that's very reasonable. And I wasn't interested in running right out. Well, and that's when I didn't know if I had COVID or not, so I couldn't really run over there. But so I wasn't interested in going out there and moving it for him on the spot. So I just said, "Let me know how far forward you want it." So they're like, 1.5 inches, and it's got to be exactly 1.5 inches, or this thing's not gonna go right. Whatever, guys. And like the wall's not gonna change. What they templated isn't gonna change. So I brought it. So today I brought it forward 1.5 inches. So what that entailed is I loosened the screws out of the stud, and I had just enough room on the holes that I cut for the water shutoffs. I was able to sneak them off without having to disconnect the water. And the plumbing was actually coming in from the left side, and the plumbing was like copper plumbing, and it like for the waste, so like, which was crazy to see. I know sometimes houses have that, but yeah, this house had copper drain pipes, so the pipe came like way into the old cabinet. So I had actually cut it off, and I had a the rubber coupling with the metal bands. So I had put a metal band on it and just had to plug in it temporarily, because I'll plumb it after the granite's in, and Where was I going with this story? Okay, so I took the Fernco off, and I sneaked it out past the shutoffs, and then at that point, no, at that point, then I screwed 2x4s to the wall, so that would bring it out the inch and a half we need, and then I finally shut off the water, and I popped the shutoffs off because the inch and a half, the pipes coming out of the wall were short enough to the water shutoffs that I needed to put an extension on it. So I put a shark bite coupler on it, and to bring it out a little bit more, and put the shutoffs back on. Then we could put the water back on, and screwed the cabinet to the studs that I installed, and boom, it's shifted out an inch and a half. So so that went pretty decent, and that customer, I had the molding all done. Cool. Go ahead, drive safe. You have a good night too, buddy. And so the customer, where was I? Brought it out an inch and a half. Customer. Oh, so I knew I wasn't gonna get a lot of the moldings done that I'd been working on over the weekend installed. So the customer requested that I do the two closets first, so she could start putting her stuff away. So I trimmed out 3 closet spaces and moved the cabinet out. And that's really all I had time for today, because we had to leave. I had to drive 30 minutes home, pick up Amber, and then we drove an hour out to Avon Lake for an estimate. So got like a nice little office that we're gonna build for a customer, an office, and they got like a walk-in pantry that we're gonna turn into like a coffee bar and storage, and they want to remove the mantle that came. It was like a builder house. So the mantle that the builder supplied, they weren't thrilled with it. So they're gonna have me pop it off, and we're actually gonna do what do you call it? It's a shiplap. So we're gonna like kind of shiplap that whole area, that whole little corner of wall where the fireplace is. And then so I had that mantle that the woman said I distressed too much, so I replaced it. So I actually took that mantle with me for this estimate, because I had seen in some of the pictures they sent me, sometimes they had a distressed mantle. So I carried this mantle in, and they loved it. So it's not big enough, it's not long enough to use it there, which would be nice, of course. But at least they got to see it, so now they know they want that same size, 8x8. And I know I need to make it 6 foot this next time. And also this one's the ends are gonna be finished. It's not gonna be fitting in between 2 walls. So that was today. So then, got some dinner on the way home, got home late. Just barely got to the shop before 10, because I need to clean the shop a little bit, because I got an electrician coming in tomorrow. He's gonna change some of my fluorescent bulbs into LED bulbs, and I will have some light. I'll have some light here again in the shop. Yay! But the shop's a mess, as always, as you know, as you've seen. So I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning tonight and leave a ladder here. Oh, granite, guys, I know. Why is everyone a whiner? Just do your job, people. I don't want to have to do your job for you. Okay, so what's the rest of the plan? So tomorrow we're going to drive down to Columbus, because we're going to meet with the owners of Fount, and we're going to look at the next space that they're going to open up. So I actually don't even know. We're supposed to connect with them and drive down. So I don't even know where it is, so I'll be able to update you Friday with the location of the next store. And so we're going to go down there and measure things up and figure out how we can give them a pop-up store. And then if things go well at the pop-up store over the next 6 months or so, then they'll schedule renting a larger space and then doing like a full treatment and full cabinet. So probably what I'll be mostly doing, it's almost going to be like a refacing. I'll cover the existing shelving that's there, cover it with stained oak, and make it look like one of their current stores. They got like a look that they're doing. You got to keep that theme when you're in retail like that. So that'll be fun. So that's tomorrow. And I think I'm changing one. The only other thing I'm doing tomorrow is I'm changing one outlet for a lady. I probably won't even charge her. That's kind of just like a pity. It's an older lady at the congregation, so I'll probably just change it for her and not even charge her. She'll probably give me a little bit of cash, but we'll see. Then Wednesday, This is fun. And he hasn't called and he hasn't responded to my text and confirmed. But Wednesday, I'm actually supposed to drive to Sandusky, install one small kitchen, and then drive home. So hour and a half commute each way. But you know what? Sounds fun. And then Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday evening, I'll probably do a live stream. I'll probably come back to the shop and make 2 doors and a drawer front and a drawer. So you guys can see that process, and maybe we'll find some more royalty-free music, which was great. Doing that, I mean, there's a copyright claim on the video, but who cares? Because I ain't making any money off this. I'm doing this for fun, and but it wasn't like whatever that first stream when I was playing the radio over the air. Like some of the songs, whatever company owns the rights to them, got all funky and actually had the video blocked. So that's why the video was down for a while. I couldn't live stream that rest of that week. So now doing that live stream, yeah, I'm all over the place this week. That's for sure. So doing that live stream with the copyright free music, which I don't think any music is actually copyright. So it's more like maybe it's royalty free. I don't know, but whatever it was, doing that, it didn't get a strike, didn't get blocked at all. And the only request that channel had made is that I was supposed to put the information of the songs that in the description of the YouTube video. Well, the cool part is I went to go do that, and it turns out YouTube, since it sensed the songs and knew what songs they were, they actually put them in the description for me. So that was really crazy to see. And since I'm a lazy, procrastinating kind of guy, that was right up my alley. I'm like, yeah, do the work for me, you jerk. So that was good. Okay, that takes us to Wednesday. So yeah, Wednesday night, if you want to see some doors made, gonna make some doors, a drawer, maybe some molding. I might buy the molding. I'll see if I can find something I like. If not, I'll make some fluting. So then Thursday, finishing that bookshelf job got blocked because I had the COVID exposure and we didn't know if I had it, and been tested negative. And tomorrow's 10 days, so I think I'm clear. Never had any symptoms. So Thursday I finally go and finish the bookshelf for those people. That'll be beautiful. Wrap that job up, and they're done. That's in Seven Hills, so it's not as far as Avon Lake, but it's not close either. And then I'll probably go back to the job where I move the cabinet and work on more moldings Thursday afternoon. And then on the way home that day, I have an estimate. I'm not really doing the work. It's a refacing job. I'm paying someone else to do the work. But I gotta go over some samples and get the people the color they want. So that's Thursday. And maybe I'll go home and spend the evening with my wife for a change Thursday evening. That would be nice. And then, nice for me. I don't know if it's nice for her. And then Friday, I probably won't be done with the molding for the job with the cabinet. So I'll probably go finish the moldings up, and then hopefully maybe go to my mom's house and also do some door casing and rehang a door over there, get some stuff done at my mom's house. So that's the week. For a change, I feel highly optimistic about the week, that it won't change that much from what I just said, but we'll see. Well, the biggest change would be is if they don't need me to go install that kitchen on Wednesday, which, like, I probably should do some work. But maybe I'll take a day off for a change. I worked all weekend. If I'm not going out to Sandusky Wednesday, I'm at least sleeping in and maybe taking the day off. That'd be great. Or maybe instead of doing work, I'll come here and actually clean the shop and make it look a little nicer, try to get it organized, because I really have to do that too. Maybe I'll leave it up to the chat. What do you guys want me to do Wednesday if I'm not working? I don't think I have the energy to go snowboarding. That would be fun. What else? Oh, funny story. And it's going to lead to a purchase and a project. So I've been to Castle and Key Distillery. It's a super cool distillery. It's a super cool building. They're a younger distillery. The building's old. It was a distillery. New company bought it last few years and started using it as a distillery again. So, some of their stuff's pretty young. But I remember when we were there, trying stuff, and I remember liking it. So I saw this locally, little Castle and Key. Bottle number something, batch number 3, years age 3. 106 proof. So it's a Kentucky straight rye whiskey, bottled in 2022. So I thought, well, hey, vaguely remember. I don't remember what I had, but I remember sort of liking it. So I'll get this and try it. Well, I tried it, and it is not appetizing. So, you know how sometimes you get wings, and at some point, the wings will just be hot, and they won't really have any flavor. Well, the thing smelled like rye, just like pure rye, and usually I like rye whiskey, but it just smelled like just straight rye, barely had a smell, and all it was rye. Tried it, and it just tasted like heat, just like rye heat. So I'm like, well, this is terrible. So what I'm going to do, I found out I can go on Amazon, and I can buy myself a 1 liter oak barrel, and I'm going to stink and age it myself and see if I can get some more taste into that. Sleep a little and have breakfast. Hey, that sounds like a good idea. Like actually make like eggs and bacon or something. So my morning routine, it's so boring. But I don't know, just having those routines helps, I guess. I almost always eat a bagel in the morning, and the toppings on it'll change, but almost always eat a bagel. Make 2 cups of tea in Go cups, and then out the door finally, And that might be as early as 7, and that most of the time is as late as 9:30 or 10, because I don't wake up well anymore. But yeah, it's just boring. Sometimes I'll mix it up or do cereal. And yeah, so that would be fun to actually do a good breakfast. What else do I got here? We'll chat for a few more minutes, unless everyone leaves. I think there's 2 listeners, and I'm actually proud. Oh, there's 3 now, and I'm probably one of them because I had my phone going. All right, so I did pick up. I'm finding that I'm enjoying it immensely. I did pick up a Woodford Reserve Double Oaked, and I have actually bought this as a present for my father-in-law, but I had never shared it with him, and or he never shared it with me rather, and I never bought one for myself. So I went ahead and bought one, and I do like it. So the Woodford Reserve Double Oak, easily available. It's a little on the pricier side, but not terribly pricey. And this, unlike that Castle and Key, smells wonderful. So I'm trying to branch out. You guys usually see me sipping on some bourbon or something. So I'm trying to branch out a little bit. Sorry about that horrible noise. So I picked up some potato vodka. So I can now do martinis at the shop. Only after the heavy work is done. Like, I'm not working tonight. The only thing I'm doing is doing some cleanup. So no tools, no power tools, no sharp tools. So I'll do one of these. I wonder how old the Double Oaked is. And why is it called Double Oaked anyway? The Ruin, if you know, let me know. Okay, finished in the second oak barrel. Well, that's logical and makes sense. Doesn't say how long it's aged. Probably have to look that up on a website or something. Bourbon finished in new, heavily toasted, lightly charred barrels. How is something heavily toasted but lightly charred? How does that happen? Maybe the person that's charring it is lightly toasted. That could explain it. That could explain it. So, some of the... Oops. They take it out, put it back in a new one. Makes sense. Makes sense. So that's sort of, I guess, what I'm going to try to do with the Castle and Key. So maybe it'll be a Castle and Key Double Oaked Izzo special. Alright, so some of the other Maniac projects I've got in mind. Alright, so let's talk big picture then. So the Avon Lake job, it's not huge, and I should be able to do it fairly quickly. Now the Fount people, I'll probably start trying to install that March 1st. So what that means is by the end of the week, I'm going to have a plan for the Fount people and for the Avon Lake people. And maybe the plan will even be far enough where I'll take a deposit and start buying materials. So Fount doesn't start till March 1st. So 75% of my attention will be on the Avon Lake job, but 25% of it. So what I'll try to do, because I'm trying to not work these crazy hours like I do. Although I love it, I'm addicted to it. I just don't have the energy for it anymore. So what I'll try to do is I'll try to work like 6 hours on the Avon Lake job, and then 2 hours on the Fount job. And I think if I do 2 hours each work day during the month of February, cutting it, sanding it, staining it, finishing it, I think I can get it all finished by the time they're ready for me to install it. And I gotta talk to them. I can't remember, there were 2 dates were talked about, March 1st, March 15th. I did suggest to them March 15th. We'll see what they're doing, you know. But I think if I do that, 75-25, I think I can get through. I think I can time those jobs out where they work out good. Now, I do also have a kitchen for a friend, but with that kitchen, I will probably order it from Conestoga Wood Specialties. So by the time I get that project planned and ordered, and then obviously there's time waiting for that company to build those cabinets. So while I'm waiting for that order to come in, I'll probably have gotten through all the finishing and got through the Fount stuff and most of the Avon Lake stuff. And then I should be able to just drop right into working on that kitchen. So hopefully it's actually going to work out that way. We'll see. I'm sure it'll work. I'll probably just end up working more than I want to, but we'll see. So the schedule I'm hoping to have eventually is Mondays. I want to do maintenance for the lady my wife works for that we rent an apartment from. I want to do maintenance on her projects. She's got a lot of projects that need attention at her house. So I want to do like Mondays, 3/4 of the day, work on those maintenance projects. Maybe Monday afternoon finally like have a day where I can do paperwork, and then like people won't be waiting as long for their plans and their designs. And then Tuesday I want to try to have it be for the volunteer work I do. Just have Tuesday dedicated to that. And then so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will be my main Pietrantosi Enterprises, Izzo's Place work days. So I don't know if that's enough time during the week, and it'll all be in flex, And I'm sure sometimes I'll have to work a little extra on the business, and sometimes I'll be able to work a little more on the volunteer or on the maintenance stuff. It's going to have to just flex and flow. That's how life is. But that's what I'm going to shoot for. We'll see if I can actually do that. So, what is it? The best laid plans of mice and men? I don't know. So that's what I'm shooting for. That's the next few months, hopefully. There are some more hurricane repairs to do down in Naples, so that's always in the back of my mind. And even down there, in addition to repairs, she also has projects down in that house that I need to finish the designs and quote her out on that. And a lot of times we try to do those bigger projects in Naples in the summer, and even though that's it's Florida hot time, so it's not the most comfortable to work in. Oh, low battery. So it's not the most comfortable time to work in, but she doesn't want to be around while the noise and the construction's going on. Actually, and I'll have to get an update. I don't know how far along they've gone, but when she first got down there for the season, the house next door is being demolished, and so every morning, 7:30, the backhoe would start up, or crazy things would start happening. So, she wasn't the happiest camper with that. Don't tell anyone. My wife would probably be mad that I said that on a live stream. Not that hundreds of people are watching this, but hey, I keep the names of the innocent out of it. I don't tell you the address or the phone number. We're gonna keep that on the down low. What else is good? So also we're gonna I've got, I don't know, I'm sure I've showed this on a live stream. So I've got whole mess of junk here that will eventually probably go to the Florida house. Not my Florida house. I'm not that fancy. It'll probably go down to the Florida house, and I can't stand having it here anymore. So I actually, even though it's like one more step, but I need it out of here so I can actually like clean and organize and work. So any of the stuff that is potentially going down south within the next year. I got permission to put that in her basement here in Ohio. So hopefully the next few weeks, a lot of this crud will get out of here, and and then things that are out in the shop that should be in here can come in, and then the shop can get cleaned. Oh, that needs to happen. So hopefully in the next few weeks I could do something like that. Oh, there's a drum kit here. Um, it's a Tama Rockstar. It's from the mid to late 90s. Um, that's for sale if anyone wants a drum set. You can email me, heyizzo@yahoo.com. I took like 6 months of drum lessons back in the day, and technically for the band I was in for a while, I did start out as the drummer. It was just a punk band. Don't matter if you don't have no skills. But that was funny with that band because we kept replacing me on stuff because I was singing half the songs, and at the time I couldn't play and sing at the same time. So first we replaced me on drums, and I moved to bass guitar. Then we replaced me on bass guitar, and I moved to keyboard. And I went from taking drum lessons to keyboard lessons, and then I couldn't play the keyboard, so we replaced me on keyboard. And then I was just singing, and I was learning trombone. Then at the end, before our short-lived band broke up, we had one gig at a guy's outdoor party, and 2 actual gigs at local bars. That is all we had as the Mad Cow Medics. And someday, well, I know the Ruins brother apparently has some digital. I know there's some video out there somewhere, but I don't know where it's at. If I can locate it, it will of course get posted. Band name. Don't need no skills, that's for sure. Just hire everyone. After I'm done pretending to play. Don't need no skills. That'll be our band. The Ruin. That'll be our band. We haven't been in a band together. We need to be in a band together. I was in bands with both of your brothers. Band of brothers. Where's our battery at? Come on. 9%. Oh, I'm going to be here a while. 27 minutes already. So I'm going to cap this. If somehow my battery lasts that long, I'm going to cap this at an hour. Because I do need to clean up the shop. Aw, yep, absolutely. That's a cute little emoji. Anyway. Oh, I made you a moderator? Cool. If I hadn't, I was going to make you one tonight, so saved myself the time. Here's a fun project. I don't know if I showed this at all on any streams. So, I do have a barn door. It's just kind of here. I mean, yes, it does close off that doorway, but it's just kind of here to show people if they want it. But a buddy of mine asked if he could buy it off me, so that's actually probably getting out of here in the next few days. The back of it's not. Oops, cover the camera. Good job. Oop, nope, it's locked. Haha, I don't know what that looked like online. I'll have to go back and look at it later. So the back's boring, and I never finished it. But that's his problem. So a little oak door. It was a nice experiment. I would build it different next time, but it doesn't look bad. One joint in it has, expanded, or something's expanded or contracted, and you can see one of the joints. But honestly, I wouldn't even try to fix it. I suggested to him that he just gets some caulk that's almost the right color, and I don't know. But anyway, it'll be his, so he can do whatever he wants with it. Sometimes what I'll do, when people have a project, and if you're watching, I would even... Was it a fun flip? I can't wait to go back and watch it. Sometimes what I'll do, when people have a project that's something that I haven't done before, and I've probably told this story, I repeat myself a lot. If they got a project that I've never done before, like I feel bad like charging them buku money for a project. So a lot of times what I'll do with a fresh project like that is I'll tell the person, like, all right, buy enough materials for me to make 2. You cover the materials, I'll cover the labor. I'll build 2. You can pick whichever one you like, and I'll keep the other one. So that's what that was. A friend of mine wanted a barn door. I'd never built one. Made him that deal, and that's what we did. So now I got a barn door here, but I don't really need it, and someone liked it, and someone that owed me money liked it. Let's see, how does that work? Owed me money. Why would I give him a door? Well, now he owes me more money. So actually, that's the guy that's gonna change the lights. So we'll trade bills after he's done and see where we're at. But yeah, sometimes I'll do that. So if you have a project that you need done like that, I'm willing. Ooh, yeah, I can't wait to see the flip. That'll be fun. What else? Yeah, so Wednesday night we'll probably do a live stream. We'll make some doors. And then Friday we'll be back for the recap at the end. Let's see, Friday. Why is Friday? It's not familiar. I am delivering the camp thing, the camp cabinet that I made. So I got to deliver that. So I don't know when the live stream will be Friday. Always shooting for 5 o'clock, but like today, I knew that wasn't going to happen. I didn't know it was going to be this late, but I knew it was going to happen today. But always going to shoot for 5. But I'll try to post things in advance so that way people can know. Anything else? Twitter notification. I don't care. Guido is back. Glad to have you. We're going to 11 at the most, unless you guys or me get bored. We kind of went over the plan. Maybe I'll just recap the plan for Guido. So today I put in moldings and I moved a cabinet, and then I had an estimate at 5, so that's why we didn't have a live stream at 5 for the Monday plan. Barely got back to the shop by 10 after getting some dinner and going home, coming back. So tomorrow I'm going to Columbus, and I'm up northeast of Cleveland. So going to Columbus tomorrow to measure a retail job. Wednesday I'm going to Sandusky. It's an hour and a half that way. One of these ways. And to install one kitchen, in theory, or the chat has decided. The one guy in the chat has decided that if that gets canceled, I'm going to sleep in, eat breakfast, and do something. Thursday, I'm finishing up the bookshelf job, and then going back to the place I was at today and do some more basing and casing, and then Friday finish the basing and casing, and hopefully end up at my mom's for doing some doors. And I know, yeah, it's a weird feeling. It's a weird feeling being all over the place. Fortunately for tomorrow, I don't have to drive. The people that own the retail store are going to drive us down and drive us back. And then Wednesday, instead of taking my van, I will load up my wife's car so I get a little bit better gas mileage. And because I shouldn't need a big chop saw or anything. Well, and the crew that's there is going to have tools if I need to, but I'll take my baby chop saw, which will fit nice. I'll probably jam the table saw in her car. That'll fit, and then the rest is all drills and hand saws. So should be good. Yeah, all over Ohio tomorrow. They're all over Ohio this week. What else? I don't know. If you have any questions, feel free. If you have any questions, feel free. If you want to see anything in the shop or any tools, or I mean, I've just had a little bit of bourbon, so I'm not gonna cut anything, but I can show you anything you want. I think there was only one fella on the live stream where I talked about this, so I'm gonna show you the bathrooms. It's not like they're great bathrooms, but I'm thinking, as I get the shop organized, I'm thinking of changing stuff around. So there's two bathrooms at the shop. So this one's off the main office. So I put a slop sink in, just a toilet and a slop sink. That's all you need. So that's like the main one that me and the HVAC guys use. 5%. Maybe we won't even make it to 11 o'clock. And then there's a second bathroom, just a toilet and a sink. So what I'm thinking, since I am going to, as this place gets organized, I want to make it where it can be a showroom. Because I usually, covering the camera. Because I usually don't have customers out because it's a mess. I don't need to unimpress them. I'll just show them pictures of the work and hopefully they'll like it enough to hire me. But what I would like to do eventually is have a showroom in here at the shop, so we can show people stuff. So I was thinking, and let me know what you guys think about this idea. I was thinking of maybe like rearranging those bathrooms somehow. I would like to get it. Basically, I want to put a shower in one of them. So could put a shower stall, do it nice with tile. Probably not enough room to put a glass door in, but that's fine. Who cares? But put a shower in. But I'd hate to lose one of the toilets, and I'd probably have to lose one of the toilets. I mean, how often do I have someone here? Not really. It just goes against my brain to like get rid of a toilet. But what do you guys think? Should I put a shower in one of these? Be able to show off a little bit of tile work and plumbing work, or of course, do I even want to do that much tile work? Maybe I shouldn't show off tile work because then I'm just gonna have to do tile work. I don't know. Let me know if you got an opinion. But what I'd like to do, so I got a desk buried over there, so I want to get this junk out of here, get the desk unburied so I can actually use it as a desk. I do want to put, since I have some alcohol here at the shop, I would like to put a little bar here, maybe every other Friday, have a little contractor end of the week hangout. Maybe we'll throw it on Zoom. And maybe put some upper cabinets here. I definitely want to make the bathroom nicer, because if I'm making it a showroom and people are coming in to see stuff, the shop can be a little bit messy and people aren't going to judge you. But like if I have a decent looking showroom here and then you walk in the bathroom and it looks like that, that's not going to fly. So I'm just thinking of making the bathroom, the slightly larger bathroom, make it nicer so it shows off the work that I do. And then the other bathroom, maybe turn it into a shower. Or I don't even know if I could shoehorn. I'd have to cut some concrete and change some plumbing, but that's not a problem. So maybe I even like put the tiniest of sinks in there and a toilet and put a shower in the back of that little bathroom. And then I was also thinking a lot of times, like, I'm here working longer than I should, and it might be nice to be able to rinse off and go to do whatever I'm doing instead of having to go home, rinse off, and then go about my business. Sometimes you just need that extra little bit of time. Who knows? Or maybe I'm just being too ambitious and weird. I don't own the place. I'm a renter here, so any work I put into it doesn't necessarily benefit me in the long run if I move out of here. But on the other hand, it's all a write-off. Oh, there's so many decisions to make. So many decisions. So that's just a thought. If you know me, feel free to text me your opinion. Put it in the comments. Email me, heyazu@yahoo.com. From a few weeks ago, the mantle that I took out of the place that was too distressed for the lady, someone did call dibs on that, so a local guy. So he wanted it, so I'll probably be capping the ends of it so that way it looks like a solid beam. Because before it was built to be in between two cabinets, so the ends weren't finished. So I'm probably going to finish off the ends. And so some contractors might refuse to take it out. I don't know why you would refuse to take it out. So I was very happy to build him a new one, not distress it as much, stain it, put it in. Very happy to do that. But then sometimes things work out when you do that. So I took that mantle with me on the estimate tonight. They loved the size. They loved the distressing. Well, they loved the girth of it, the 8x8. They loved the distressing. And it just needs to be longer. So now I know exactly what they want. I know how much to distress it. I know how big to make it. And also, they liked the color. They wanted just a shade lighter of that same color. So that mantle actually came through in 2 or 3 different ways. And helped make some decisions tonight for those people. So, things work out. I mean, and even if I had brought it here and hung it on the wall just to show the work that I do, that would have been fine too. So I don't mind remaking things, to a certain degree. And the ruin is also a contractor, and he knows about that stuff. You got to know when to say no, but in general, I try to be pretty accommodating. Where are we at? 4%. Well, I would rather. Where are we at? What time is it? 10:39. All right, we're gonna stop at 10:45. Oops, because I think the battery will last at least till then. Indeed, yes, the ruin understands. He understands the dilemmas of which we speak. So yeah, we're gonna go to 10:45, and then I'll close it down before the battery dies. And I don't know what I'm gonna talk about for 5 minutes. So we're gonna get another little something, and we just may as well do the buffalo. What do I do with my cup? What do I do with my cup? That's weird. Huh. I don't think I took it when we went on our little walk. Did you guys see where I put it? I didn't just drop it back in, did I? I usually like to wash the glass. Although, I'm sure the alcohol kills everything. Well, who knows? Good thing I have 2 glasses. I'll find what I did with that other one later. So weird. Brain don't work no more. Buffalo Trace. So I probably overpaid for it a little bit, but I really wanted some Eagle Rare. So I ordered some Eagle Rare from a website that actually is allowed to ship, apparently, to Ohio. Or at least, they've shipped it a couple times so far. And I do like the Eagle Rare. So I think... Tab, how's it going? Good to see you. So I think the Eagle Rare is the same mash bill as the regular Buffalo Trace. I could be wrong about that, though. And it's aged a few more years, and something when it maybe it's not the same mash bill, but I just noticed like anytime I've had the Eagle Rare, it doesn't seem to it doesn't seem to hit my acid reflux at all. So, like even Buffalo Trace is very smooth, but sometimes my body will be angry when I sip it. It'll be like, "What are you doing to me? What are you doing?" But the Eagle Rare, yeah. Well, I think the Eagle Rare is a single barrel too, so that might make it where I didn't overpay too much, but who knows? Yes, that is very smooth too. I do enjoy the Buffalo Trace products. What's happening, Tab? So if I'm ever doing these live streams, and you're local, and you know where I live, a lot of times this late at night I'll lock my door, but come and knock. Aw, hey Bash, how's it going? I love the cat pictures that I see you. I'm not on Instagram a super ton, but I do enjoy the cat pictures when I'm on there. But anyway, if you're local and you know where I'm at, the passcode to get in is Francis. So you come and you knock on the door, or actually if you come and knock on the door, you'll see my phone number if you don't already know it. You can text me. The passcode is Francis, and I'll let you in. But if you don't know the passcode, I'm sorry. Then I might have to charge you. Ooh, yeah. We'll have a cover charge. Uh-oh. I'm getting texts. Face ID, enter your passcode. Awesome. That's what I do. Like, it's so weird. So it's a little bit weird that I live stream. Like, I was watching... Alright, so I'm a Disney freak, alright? Not for the company in general. I love the parks. I love the theme parks for some reason. So, every once in a while I save up and go have a bash down there. A lot of times by myself. A lot of times either by myself or with some family. Amber is not a fan, so that's always entertaining when we have separate vacations. So I love the Disney parks, and so I was watching some live streamers, and most of them irritated the heck out of me. I don't know, I'm just like, why do people watch this? But I found a couple that I liked their personalities and some of the stories they would tell, the things they would do. And so there's a couple of them I follow. Where was I going with this story? Oh, but so I got a text from one of the viewers, and he showed me his setup. He's working on work, and he has me up in a window in the corner of the computer. That's what I would do too. Like I'll actually be listening to the live stream in my headset, working on work. I think even on a working live, not on a live stream, but on a video. I think I was listening to YouTube while working and filming myself to put on YouTube eventually. It's this weird circle I'm in. Anyway. Yeah. Which streamers do you like? I basically follow Adventures by Carney. He entertains me. He's not always in Disney parks. He also does Universal and random other things. Sometimes breweries. Closest he's ever been to me is Columbus. Well, closest he's ever been to me up here. I actually was on one of his videos in Epcot. And then I followed WDWNT as well for news. They're good at like rumors and things. Like I think a lot of the people don't like that company, but I like them. They seem honest. Funny. Yeah, the Tron roller coaster opens in April, and I am at some point this spring. Amber and I have to fly down and get her car and drive it back north. So somehow I'm gonna go and ride the Tron roller coaster when we do that trip. Because I already told Amber, I'm like, we need to do this in late April, and I will be stopping at a Disney park. I'm so sorry. So I'm gonna go ride that Tron roller coaster. Cause I'm gonna. But yeah, that opens April 4th, so I'm sure it'll still be busy, but I'm sure it'll be manageable by the time. Oh, we're past 10:45. Let's see. Let's see what. Oh, 2%. All right, so I'm gonna sneeze. Maybe I won't. Maybe I stopped it in time. Okay, we're good. All right, so thanks for being here for this crazy little stream. We went over the plan. If you missed the plan, I'm sorry, but sometime tomorrow this thing will go public again, and you can rewatch. I don't know why you would want to rewatch, but if you do, thank you, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart. I haven't rewatched like the hours-long ones where I'm building something. Like I'll just scroll through there and make sure I don't look like a complete fool. But like these shorter ones, an hour or less, I'll go and listen to them again. Shake my head a little. Be like, what on earth? What on earth? But thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. And yeah, so I think I said this before Tab showed up. So Wednesday night, possible live stream later in the evening. Gonna make a couple of doors in the drawer. Maybe some moldings, and then Friday we'll be back for the recap and see how the week went, and see what I'm drinking at that point. That's all I got for you, man. Thanks for being at Izzo's place. Yeah, comment if you have any questions, or email me at heyizzo@yahoo.com. Actually, gonna slowly work on a website, so maybe I'll have a website where you can see pictures of stuff I've done in the past, and I want to get something organized where I can show people instead of like standing in front of them for an estimate, like scrolling through my iPad going like, I'm so sorry, I don't have this organized, like an idiot. Like get all my pictures on a website. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. It's all just nonsense. It's fun. It's fun for some reason. All right, guys, have a good evening. Enjoy whatever you're doing, unless it's something horrible, in which case I hope you get through it fast. And see you Wednesday, probably.